is amazing. Okay, so anyway, I forgot my carpet mat for music class in 2nd grade. Now, you guys remember 2nd grade, right? Your curriculum is like reading, writing, adding, subtracting, not urinating in your pants, maybe, and remembering one thing to tell your parents, one thing. So our homework assignment, first week of school, bring in a carpet mat for music class. We had a whole week to do this, and I forgot. Big mistake, okay? It gets worse. So, it wasn't such a big deal, even though we were reminded 5 times by our teacher, the lovely Miss Fisher. Those of us who forgot our carpet mats, we were just going to pair it with kids who remembered them. No big deal. 4 cheeks to a mat. We can figure this out, right? So I happened to jump on the carpet mat with Frank Pitkowski. We called him Pickle. Frank was a great kid, big as a truck, like super cool, and I was terrified of him. But this is where I was going to be for music class. Anyway, so all of us kids are pairing up, and I'm trying to think, oh my God, I'm kind of afraid of Frank. I mean, he was 7th grade big, okay? We all thought he was super cool. He brought the best candy, he could draw awesome monsters, and he carried around a cassette tape of Jethro Tull. He's one cool kid. And here we are, music buddies, sitting side by side on a 2x4 mat of vintage blue shag. It gets worse, okay? So Frankie and I are assigned to the stomping brigade. Not enough instruments to go around, so that means we're going to stomp along with the music. The music starts, the singing starts, and the stomping starts. And we're in music class. Only Frank's stomping is like enthusiastic, like scary enthusiastic, okay? Like, what did you have for lunch enthusiastic? My keen senses of observation, I'm thinking, something's off. Like, really off right here. And he starts mixing a few hokey-pokey leg shakes, and then it happens. A marble-sized brown nugget bounces on that blue shag, coming dangerously close to my brand new first week of school Wallaby school shoes. First week of school freshness, see you later. I'm like inches away from certain defilement. Now, Frank never broke stride with the music. Never broke stride. Wind, yes, he broke wind several times. My concentration, yeah, he broke that too, but he never broke stride with the music. Okay, and I'm thinking, this is going to get worse. So, noticing that maybe I'm a little bit rigid and the panic-stricken look on my face, our lovely teacher, Miss Fisher, walks over to our mat, says, David, is there something you want to tell me? No, she was always one of my favorite teachers, okay? She was very sweet, very kind, she smelled nice, very pretty. This was an extraordinarily puzzling juxtaposition of stimuli for 2nd grade. Because here was, inches from my face, the most beautiful woman in the whole world, smiling and concerned, with a fresh brown turd bouncing around near her feet. I didn't know if I was going to laugh or cry, but I had to think fast. Here she is right in front of me. And meanwhile, Frankie is still stomping away like an elephant. I have to think fast. He's probably preparing for a second launch. Words couldn't come to my adult brain fast enough, so I just looked down at the turd. And she did too. She looks at the perpetrator and she freezes as if she's discovered a dead animal in her classroom. Then her eyes return to mine and she smiles. She's got this kindness, this love in her eyes, kind of like concern. And I'm thinking, oh great, she thinks this is my turn? Perfect, I'm like a complete idiot. What follows next was the most perfectly timed confession ever. Frank stops. He wipes a pool of sweat from his brow, looks off to the side, and says, Miss Fisher, I really need to be excused. So, Miss Fisher, being a kind woman, puts her arm around Frankie, the lucky bastard, walks him to the door of the classroom, points him to the men's room, and says, be sure to wipe, and I'll call for Mr. Patterson, the school janitor, of course. To this day, I'm very proud of the composure that we showed in this epic moment in our lives. I think, it's pretty good for second grade. And now looking back at things, I had my carpet mat all set for the next day of school. Frankie had a brand new one too. And I gotta say, I think he was happy with how I handled my discretion in the matter. And I saw that, Pickle had Grace under fire. Like I said, Pickle was one cool customer. Thank you.